The Callaway Big Bertha is back. In my hands, I have the all-new Big Bertha B21 driver, and this thing's been designed with one key thing in mind, to help those of you who struggle with this slice find more fairways and get more distance. Now, in this video, I'm going to run through all the technology packed into this head, let you know why it's something a little bit special from Callaway, give you a good idea of how I got on with it after taking it on the golf course, and also doing some testing with my SkyTrack launch monitor. And I'm also going to compare it with this, the MAVRIK Max. This is Callaway's other anti-slice distance machine, but there are some key differences between these two. So I'll try and give you a good idea if you're looking to just sort that slice out, which one of these might be best for you. Because they're both going to do a similar job, but they're going to go about it in different ways. Before I run into all of that though, if you're new to our YouTube channel, please hit that subscribe button below, give us a thumbs up if you enjoy this video, and if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments and I'll get back to you. It's always pretty exciting when Callaway decide to launch a new Big Bertha driver. It's a name with so much history, and this new B21 is a little bit different from anything that's come before it. As I said, it's designed to really help those of you who struggle with the slice. Now, probably the most common miss among amateur golfers, and especially higher handicappers, is the slice to the right. Now that's caused by a swing path that's out to in and coming down really steeply on the back of the ball, kind of that hacking motion down onto the back of the golf ball. What that produces is a lot of left to right shape and high spin. This is designed to combat that. Now, for the first time, Callaway's designed a confidence-inspiring driver with heel bias weighting to help promote a draw, promote a straighter flight, but for the first time they've moved the CG forward to drop the spin rates. Now usually if something in this category, something with this kind of design, the MOI is placed, the majority of the way in the CG is low and further back. Now that's going to help you get higher launch, it's going to help make the thing very forgiving. However, it's not going to really be great when reducing the spin, and if you make that kind of swing motion out to in, really steep into the back of the ball, you're going to produce a lot of spin. So that's what this thing's going to do. It's going to give you the benefits of heel bias weighting, the benefits of a large drawn back shape, but also a forward CG to reduce the spin that you create. Now what that should mean is straighter ball flights and also more distance. That's what Callaway's saying. This is distance anyway you swing. Even if you have that very steep into the back of the ball, this thing's going to help you get more out of your golf swing. That's what it's designed to do. So apart from the heel bias weighting, the big confidence inspiring shape and that forward CG, it's a Callaway driver. We have some of their best technologies packed into this thing. First off, we have the Triaxial Carbon crown, and this thing really needs to be felt to be believed just how lightweight it is, but it's also very strong, and it allows the engineers to remove a lot of weight from up top on the crown where they don't need it, where it's not impacting on performance, and reposition it, in the case of the B21, towards the heel to help promote a straighter ball flight, help cue your slice, some closer towards the face to bring that CG forward and bring spin rates down, and also some out towards the back, in the case of this weight you can see here, right towards the rear of the golf club to increase the MY and make this thing a little bit more forgiving. We also have Callaway's new flash face SS21. This is an entirely new flash face. It's AI designed like the other ones, but it's been designed specifically for this driver. And now the unique architecture of this face, the sort of lumpy, bumpy feel in the back, meant that it required the use of new materials, TA15 super strength materials, that's what Callaway's calling it. And this face just means that you're going to get great ball speed out in the middle, but most importantly, retain great ball speed across the face and also really consistent spin rates. That's one of the things that makes this such a great performer. We also have Callaway's Jailbreak Technology, that's been on the go since Epic. 2 titanium bars connecting the sole and the crown, just again improving the consistency across the club face in terms of both speed and spin. We also have a wee adjustable Hosel here, and also, as you can see itself, it's quite a long drawn back shape. It's a big confidence inspiring shape. It's quite similar to the Big Bertha Fusion of a few years ago, and that big elongated shape, that's one of the reasons why it has quite high MOI, so it's going to be forgiving, it's going to retain the speed on mishits. And we also have a decent level of offset, again just trying to help those who have that slice get the club head turning through, get a little bit more help in straightening out that ball flight. Now all that technology is fantastic, but of course the big thing with this driver is where that CG is placed. It's the fact that it's going to deliver low spin. For a driver in this category, something like the MAVRIK Max, it's got most of the weight towards the back. It has a high MOI, which means it can be quite spinny, which is helpful for a lot of golfers. But if you have that kind of delivery that's really steep, that produces a lot of spin, maybe the MAVRIK Max won't be the best for you. That's why Callaway have brought the B21 to the market. That combination of big elongated shape, confidence inspiring, draw bias weighting, but with a forward CG position to bring those spin rates down. That's what this driver's all about. So with all that in mind, let's compare the numbers with these two drivers. Now, I tested both on my Skytrack launch model earlier on today using Pro V1 golf balls. The Big Bertha B21 is a 10.5 degree head. The MAVRIK is a 9, so I lofted that up to 10. I had the weight in the MAVRIK Max in the heel section to try and promote the draw, try and make it as similar to the B21 as possible. And I tested both using the Project X even flow shaft that I have in my current driver. So you can see that there's not a great deal of difference on sort of first glance here. You know, carry distances are the same, total's pretty much the same. However, you know, when we go to the launch and spin, you can see some subtle differences. So the Big Bertha, it's launching a little bit higher, but spinning less. Now that's probably what I would expect. That's what Callaway are saying. This thing is going to be lower spinning because that CG's brought forward. Whereas with the MAVRIK Max, with the weight being further to the back, further to the rear, with that CG pushed further back, the spin's going to be a little bit higher. So you can see with the B21 spin at 2797 and then about 100 RPM more with the MAVRIK Max. Launch angle, there's a degree of difference. Not a great deal there, and considering I had the MAVRIK Max set half a degree lower, not all that surprising, but you know, in terms of the numbers, they're doing very similar things, similar distances, it's pretty much the exact same ball speed, you know, launch not too dissimilar, but the B21 is lower spinning, and that is the key with this thing. It's for people who have a very high spinning kind of, you know, delivery into the golf ball, it's going to help reduce your spin, and that should help you reduce the curvature of your slice and also get some more distance. Now, both of these are quite high spinning heads. You know, I play with the MAVRIK Sub-Zero, so I'm looking for ultra low spin. But I think that highlights the real differences between these two. There's two ways of going about getting maximum shot shape correction, trying to get as much help as possible with the slice. Now, out in the golf course, the B21 was just a piece of cake to hit. The large footprint and elongated shape down behind the ball just gives you a lot of confidence. You know, if you just dread taking the driver out your bag, I think placing this down behind the ball will make things a little bit easier for you. It launches into the sky so easily. Distance forgiveness. I think forgiveness across the face is fantastic. That's what this thing's supposed to be. It's supposed to help, you know, those of you who really struggle off the tee. And also the fact that it does kill that spin a little bit was helping me. I'm a high spin player. I look for the, you know, I go for the Sub-Zero model, so it was good to have that. And I do think that it's going to help a lot of you, you know, find some more fairways, and even if you hit a bad one, just be in the rough as opposed to in the trees, you know, give yourself an approach shot into the green. That's what this is designed to do. It's for those of you who really struggle, who just know for a fact you're always going to have that in-to-out path. You're going to steep into the back of the ball, you're going to hit that slice all day long, but this thing's going to make life a little bit easier for you. It's going to help stop that. The MAVRIK Max can also do that, but I prefer the fact that we have the adjustability and the versatility that this offers. So if you are working on your golf swing and you think, okay, I'm just getting started, I've got that slice, but I really want to get rid of it, then the fact that you can move that heavy weight from the heel section into the back, just make this a forgiving powerhouse, is probably the reason why I would go for the MAVRIK. However, if you just know, as I say, if you just know that you're always going to be hitting that slice, if you're just set on that's your golf swing, that into out, steep into the back of the ball, high spinning slice, then the B21 will be the one for you. It's supposed to give you more distance and more forgiveness with that golf swing. No matter how you swing it, this thing will help make life a little bit easier for you. And yeah, it's a really impressive addition to the Big Bertha family. Two great slice killing machines, but certainly this is the absolute ultimate in terms of just anti-slice. So two options there, worth getting fitted for one of these if you're looking to find some more fairways, get rid of that slice. But if you have any questions on either the MAVRIK Max or the B21, then just leave them in the comments and I'll get back to you. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, and thank you very much for watching.